Hello and welcome. I just finished Luna's Fishing Garden, and I want to give a pretty short review on it real quick. Uh, I had a blast with this game, but I feel like you need to know what you're getting into going in. Uh, Total game time was just under 3 hours or so, but some of that was spent AFK, making food, things like that. Because this game is like a mix between an idle game, a resource management game, and a farming or developing, like building sim. It's really interesting. The premise is cool. You are a human that has been stuck on this group of islands, this archipelago of a garden, as it were, of spirits in the spirit world. And Luna, the fox spirit, is trying to help you out, even though she's not a huge fan of humans. And over the course of those 3 hours, I do think that you really get to know little bits and pieces about these characters that makes them all come to life. I think all of the spirits are really good. I think the least strong one is maybe Sam, but I think that Poppy, I think that Luna, I think the otter, whose name I'm forgetting right now, uh, the otter is incredible. Um, I think they're all fun, right? None of them are like super standout characters. Maybe Luna and Poppy would be the closest, but I think they're all enjoyable. And the story is not the main crux here, right? The main crux is the gameplay. The main crux is fishing and planting and waiting for stuff to grow on a timer so that you can then sell it back to get more seeds to be able to turn around and make more money to be able to make more stuff. And it just continues from there. And you get some other resources later on that are pretty cool. I completed 100%. I did all of the quests. I did all of the character interactions. My biggest takeaway is that I wish that I could go back and talk to the people after I've completed all their quests, because I really did enjoy talking to the spirits. But this is early on a very tight resource management game. You will be milking your minutes trying to get enough to do all the stuff you're doing. And by the end of the game, I had hundreds of thousands of points basically, which was really cool because then I could just do everything I wanted to do. I could get all the upgrades to the fishing pole and I could do all that. Um, some people would say, well, this is busy work, right? But I think that the comparison between this and Spiritfarer has been made a couple times. I think that like the big difference between the two is that in Spiritfarer you have a main story that you're trying to do, and then you have all of the fishing and developing and decorating that is in between you and those story moments, right? But in Luna's Fishing Garden, the story is wrapped around all that and is that in a lot of ways. So it really feels like you are always progressing. None of it really feels like busy work. It's more of just, well, I need to do this thing now, and this is next on the list, and this is next on the list. But no going in that that is what this game is, right? It is a lot of lists and a lot of tasks on that list wrapped in this charming little garden with really solid music that doesn't have a ton of tracks, right? And it loops, but the music is really fun. With some really good looking sprite art. I think that the art is really well done and the story is fine. I think that some of the character moments towards the end, again, especially with Poppy and with Luna, are really, really good. But this isn't a story that I would say, put in best story of the year. But it's a fun story. And for $8, you're getting a game that has some really quaint storytelling, that has some really good music, that has a really pretty art style, and it was just fun and relaxing to play for me. I know this isn't a super long review, and I know that there's not a lot here I really can say without spoiling things. But I think that Luna's Fishing Garden, if you are the kind of person that enjoys gardening games, if you're the kind of person that enjoys farming or enjoys lists of stuff to do and ticking those things off the list, because for me, this game hit right where I needed it to with my ADHD of I'm getting things completed while I'm relaxing. And for me, that was just all I needed the game to be. I had a blast with Luna's Fishing Garden. I don't know that it's going to be like top 5 of my top 10, but it's probably going to take number 10 on my top 10 games of this year. And I kind of hope they add more to it or that they make another one because I really did enjoy my time with it. It was just really short and it doesn't necessarily need to be longer. I think if it was too much longer, it would overstay its welcome. But I had a good time with it. So for $8, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you think Luna's Fishing Garden is worth playing and buying at $8 with only 3 hours of content. But again, 3 hours of content that I really enjoyed. And I could have done more, right? I could have developed the islands even more, but I'd completed all the goals, and there wasn't really any other reason to keep going. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And until next time, I have been Trey. This has been The Full Spectrum. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum that Luna's Fishing Garden has to offer.